Are you an immigrant in Germany? You are preparing to write German language exam. Bring your chair, sit down. This is an educational video that I'm going to be giving you tips that will help you to pass this exam. After my own tips, I'm going to bring my sister's tips. By the time you finish watching this video, you must pass A1, A2, bis B1. So sit down. I understand that this video might not be for everybody, but those that need it, you will never regret watching my video. Hello guys, welcome to my platform. My name is Linda. Like you know, I'm based here in Germany and I create educational content that help to educate, inform, science, enlighten people. So if you like what you are seeing, kindly subscribe, put on your notification bell to all notifications. This is very, very important because it will enable you to know when we upload a new video or YouTube recommending and suggesting our video. If you do not subscribe, you won't know when I upload a new video. And to you, my amazing returning subscribers, especially those who share, comment, oh, may God Almighty bless you. If you like us as well, you can be a member of this family. You can as well super chat us in the comment section. So this book is for A1. We are going to talk about it. So the Baba is of which I have done. I wrote this exam at once. In fact, I was even pregnant when I wrote this exam. I just want to give you tips. Discover that a lot of people may be out of fear, or maybe what they have been told that B1 is very difficult. They do not pass this at once. Believe me, if you are dedicated, if you study hard, you will pass it. If myself, who was pregnant then when I wrote this exam, passes, what about you that is young? You that is young, you are sitting in Aduro house, you are not doing anything to help yourself. See, if you want to survive in this country, integration is very, very important. Germans, they want people who will work, contribute towards the development of the country. Either you are going to school or you are working. This is two things to survive in Germany. They don't want lazy people. This is why we call them German machine. Let's go into this video. Are you preparing to write any form of German language? Bis, B1. This video will be useful to you. So this is the textbook that I use. This is called Schritte Plus. I don't know the one you might be using where you are studying your own or where you studied your own. The A1, B1 exam or Prüfung is divided into 4. Hören, Lesen und Verstanden, Sprechen und Schreiben. And for you to get B1 certificate, then I don't know if they have changed now, you must pass Sprechen und Schreiben. If you fail Hören, they will still give you B1 certificate. I don't know if they have changed now because everything is changing now in Germany. Now, how can you pass this exam as somebody who just came to Germany? You are not understanding the language. You don't even know your left and the right. This is why I said, you people that is in Aduro house, asylum seekers, you don't know what you are benefiting. When I did mine, I paid. My husband paid for me. But if you are there, you do not pay. Your own is just to wake up, carry yourself, go to the class, listen, concentrate, study. We find it difficult to study. Study. Interact, read, ask questions. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid that when you ask, people will laugh at you. It's even better you are corrected, you learn, than you carry yourself. I'm talking too much. So in this exam now, like I said before, is divided 4 equal parts. Hören, and in the Hören, you might not hear everything as a newcomer. So how do you improve in your Hören? You go to YouTube. There are a lot of Hören. First of all, you need to understand the accents. Now, after the accents, if you want to get the Hören, the first thing you need to do is to read the test. Read the test first, then you need to be smart. then you'll be paying attention to hear the response or the answer from that whoring. Now, in lesson on understanding, it's just like comprehension. You need to read and understand, then you choose your option. And for you to understand, you must know a lot of words. You must learn vocabulary. You must learn new words every day for you to know what that word means before you can choose correctly. Now, the main cocoa now that I want to pay much emphasis is Schreiben und Sprechen. In the Schreiben, they always give two letters, one formal, the other one informal. Always advise people to write formal, because when you are writing formal, you don't need a lot of conjugation. But if you know how to conjugate, you can as well write informal. For example, in the letter, you may see something like this, that you saw children clothes in the internet and you want to buy. So now they will now write you, how would you buy this? Introduction should be the first thing. And how do you introduce? I just wrote something down. In your introduction, and there you say, Sehr geehrte Damen und Herren, if you are writing formal. If you are writing informal, you write the name, they will give you the name of the person, or they may say your friend. So you write the greeting. The next thing, like I said now, the question might be that you saw children's clothes in the internet, or maybe newspaper or magazine, and you want to buy it. So you can say, ich habe in der Zeitung ihre einzige gelesen. Ich interessiere mich für dir. You mention the name of the thing that you want to buy. This is the opening, introduction. Now, when the examiner, the person that will be marking your paper, sees this or read this, at least you started in a good note. This person will say, oh, this person knows what he or she is doing. So, this is Telegram B1. There is a question I saw here. Ihre Mutter wird 60 und sie möchte ihr ein ganz besonderes Geburtstagsgeschenk machen. Sie möchte mit ihrem Bruder eine Stadtreise für ihre Mutter, ihre beiden Familien und ein paar gute Freunde organisieren. Überlegen Sie mit Ihrer Gesprächspartnerin / Ihrem Partner, was sie tun ist und wie welche Aufgabe bei der Organisation übernimmt. Sprechen Sie über folgenden Point. So, now this is for Sprechen. The Schreiben, I think I have done with this Schreiben. The Schreiben, make sure your greeting, your introduction, and they will list the points out for you. The points, sure, you write in all the points, and always learn connecting verbs. Always use connecting words. For example, if you have a letter that your child cannot come to school the following day because he or she is sick, now they say you should write for the teacher that your child will not come. Also put another point that you should write why your child will not come and when is he going to be there, and all that. So if you want to start this letter, you can write to the class teacher now. From the starting now, you say, my son oder my daughter kann nicht in der Schule morgen kommen, weil or sie krank is. That weil will give you a big mark because it's a connecting word. The first one, this interessieren, is also very good. Now, expression. I have finished with Schreiben. If you have any question, please ask me. The one that I just read now is expression. Now, expression, they will give you something to speak. And in writing, they are not looking so much in your spelling, grammatic. It's in base file that they always look for that thing. What they are looking is if you can write, some words. The same thing applicable in expression. Expression, they want to see whether you can speak. They are not judging you based on your grammatics. So if you start the first one, they will say excellency, because you introduce yourself. Make sure you introduce yourself very well, and after the introduction of yourself, always tell them what you are going to do. If you are going to school, tell them that after your school that you will start work. If you are a nursing mother, tell them that after your nursing mother you will start work, because if you don't say this, they are going to ask you, and by the time they start asking you, wahala don start. So the next thing after introduction, they will bring pictures. They will bring pictures to you like this, and they will ask you to say what you see in the picture. Make sure you speak. For example, they may show you some pictures like this, but it's not like this. They will ask you to speak over this book. Then you can start by you see a man, you see everything. You see, explain it very well. Then if you didn't explain, they will ask you question. Then after that is another one, first planum. This one, you speak with your partner. They may ask you to discuss about something. Like during my own, they said we want to have a party that we should prepare our traditional dish. So you start by listing the name of those foods, the ingredient that you are going to use to cook those. You'll be speaking orally. They just want to hear you talk. They just want to hear you talk. Even in the picture, during my own, the picture they gave me was a young girl in the park or field with a dog. So after I finished speaking about it, they now ask me, how do we see dog in Africa? Do we relate with dog? Do we sleep in the same house with dog? So it's easy. You can do it if you are determined. I don't know if I'm missing something here. And we are going to listen to my sister. Stay tuned. If you have any other questions or maybe tips you want me to, relate, let me know. I am here for you. Thank you so much for watching. Let's listen to my sister.
So, I hear that a lot of my kings and queens are about to write their German language exams. B1, B2, A1 and all that. Well, these are some tips that should help you, okay, pass your German language exams. Let me just start by saying, for you to pass your German language exams, okay, you should be focused on earning points, gaining points. The more points you gain, of course, you tend towards achieving your goal. And the more points you lose, of course, the more you are going to reduce your marks and fail your exams. So your target should be at gaining more points on each steps, the writing, the hearing, the speaking. The more points you get in each of them, the more, okay, your chances of succeeding. I'm just going to put this together and try to make this as short as possible. So let's just start with writing. When you're writing, I have said this in my previous video, you should concentrate, okay, on your vocabulary. What are you writing? Are you writing in past tense? Are you writing in present tense? Very, very important. So now let me just focus on Briefschreiben, letter writing. It is quite similar to English. The most important points, I'm going to state them. What are you writing? Are you writing a formal letter? Are you writing an informal letter? This is the first step. This is the most important thing to know about the writing. To who are you writing to? To whom are you writing to? Are you writing to a friend? Are you writing, are you writing a complimentary letter? Are you seeking for a job? To whom are you writing to? What exactly, who are you addressing your letter to? This is very important. And when you know this, how are you starting it? So if you know if you're writing a formal letter or informal letter and to who you are writing to, then it will be easy for you to structure your letter, your brief writing. Okay, how are you starting your letter? Do you need an address or not? Okay, where should your address be? Is it on the left side? Is it on the right side, or on both? And after your address, what comes next? These are the most important things when it comes to brief scribing. Okay, how do you start your letter? Are you starting with hello? Are you starting with hi? Are you starting with sehr geehrte Damen und Herren? Or are you starting with sehr geehrte Frau, sehr geehrte Herr? Okay, so how are you starting? And where are you placing your capital letters? Okay, so when you start with sehr geehrte, of course, your there has to start with a capital letter. The beginning has to start. The Damen, the D in it has to start with capital. The Herring, the H in it has to start with capital letter. These are points you should know. Then you should give a short paragraph. You don't continue. You give a paragraph and you continue. And what is the body of your letter? What is the body? Of course, if you are writing something that is not to a friend, you just go ahead and hello and tag and you're done. Okay, but if you are writing, okay, a professional letter, okay, you have to know that there has to be a topic, there has to be a subject, there has to be a theme. You're looking for a job, you want to return something that is bad, a reclamation. There are so many examples. I'm just going to try to break this very short, okay? And if you've done this, how do you end your letter? Are you going to end with Auf Wiedersehen? Are you going to end with Danke? Are you going to end with Danke for Ihr Verständnis? Are you going to end with Liebe Grüße? There are so many ways. Are you going to end with mit freundlichen Grüßen, mit freundlicher Grüßen? Those are points that you can gather. Those are where you can acquire points so that you don't fail your exams. Okay, and so when it comes to speaking, you have to be confident. You must be confident, even if you don't even know what you're saying. I say this all the time. And if you're speaking, it's also important to know, are you going to speak in present form or are you going to speak in past tense form? Okay, so let's just say they ask you to introduce yourself. Okay, that is the most common, and you know, everyone should know that. If you are introducing yourself, okay, what are the most important things to say? What should you say? What should you not say? Okay, are you going to give out so many informations about yourself, or just the, you know, the most important ones? So that is something else to know. If you're asked to describe a picture, which always comes, you know, almost every year, if you are asked to describe a picture, you feel free and describe exactly what you have seen on the picture. But you should also know that you can tell based on fantasy. You can say, I think it is this, it is that, it is that. If it is a picture and it is a party, okay, it is just a party, people are dancing, or you just see people gathered, you are allowed to use your fantasy. You can say, it could be a birthday party. I think it is a birthday party. I think it is, you know, something. It is a party. You are allowed to use your fantasy. You are allowed to say, ich denke, I think. Okay, you are allowed to say that because it is just general. It is a party, so you are allowed to put your own extra fantasy in it. Okay, but make sure you also describe what it is exactly you can also see. Okay, in the picture, I see people are gathered. It could be a birthday party, or if you see a cake, okay, then you can say, because of the cake I've seen here, I think it is a birthday party. I mean, cakes are not only used for birthday parties. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So these are things that could really help you, and they know that you know what you are doing. Okay, so this is just generally what I wanted to chip in. I don't want to make this video too long, but I have also gotten so many questions as based to, oh, I have problems here, I have problems there, and I just decided to just make a short general video. Okay, so prepare yourself, okay, and prepare yourself to gain points and not lose points. If you are asked to write, please write, okay, and try to make it as simple as possible. Okay, there is always an informal letter and there is always a formal letter. So an extra tip I would give you is to write what you know you are good at. If you're good at a formal letter, if you are given the option to choose between a formal letter and an informal letter, and you are very good at a formal letter, my darling, choose the formal letter, leave the informal letter. If you are very good at the informal letter, choose the informal letter and leave the formal letter, except you are asked to choose both. But if you have an option, choose where you are best good at, okay? I don't want to make this video too long. If you have any questions, please meet me in the comment section. And if you need personalized tips, okay, and preparatory points, please let me know in the comment section, okay?
So,
and don't forget,
did you learn anything? Do you like this kind of video? Please let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching. I will see you again in my next video.